the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new
my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'm a running back. Ay. Same day, why I'm a running back. Yeah. Friday, payday, running back. Ay. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'm a grand man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. That's the screen. Pass. Pilot, 64, weak. Check the backer. X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
90, Wolf.
65. 65.
Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll drop to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
First carry for James Conner. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
Set. Right there. 54 Mike. All day. Switch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll set up to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Let's get it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Come on.
Here's Conner. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Come on, dude. Mike 54.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
15 line. 15 line.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, pick your game up.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Right here. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4.
5.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Hey, rock it.
And that'll set him back 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Bravo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Back to throw here. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll find Moreau here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Push him back.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because, really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it looks like Steeler football. It is! Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Go, go. Max 50, Max 50. Exit, exit. 50's the mark, 50's the mark. Keep it up, defense. Go.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This is Breida on the draw. Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch switch. Watch switch. Watch switch.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw, I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Gets fielded in the end zone.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. They'll set up a throw. Washington's got it. A very solid gain of 27.
Complete to James Washington. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by DJ Reed. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Hey, exit. March 50, March 50, March 50. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Hit it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Man open. It's Goodwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Hey, Foxtrot.
55's my guy. 55.
He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. On the delay, here's Breida. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the Steelers' 15-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Shady weapon. Kill. Let's go.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They run with Breida, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Let go.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. It's our field.
Yo, go.
Hey, it's our house.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
49ers, 1st down.
Here we go, set, 50, play.
At the 48-yard line.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Get it.
Here's Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. Oh, you got deep?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Fresno.
This is Breida.
I got you, boy.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, high 7.
55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Where the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. D Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll drop the throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
10 Lobo.
Mike 50, huh? I smell fear in that offense.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 43.
Let's go.
Now it's Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey!
Motion. Hey.
Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll try and throw for it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Pull it together.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the 49ers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.